Was WWF, was that the first time you and your brother worked the same territory?
Yeah, because when I got down to Florida, he had just left. Sorry. When I got down to Florida, he had just left. When I got to the Carolinas, he had gone to Georgia. So, hang on just a second. But anyway, he had left, and then he went to, I guess, he went to Louisiana before I did. And then he left Louisiana and went to Nets. And then I was in Louisiana and then I went to Nets. So, yeah, that was the first time. And then the first time we were ever in the ring together was Madison Square Garden. I always like to get to the matches a little bit early. I got 2 molars knocked out this night. So,
From your brother?
I like to get, huh?
From your brother?
No, but he caused it. Well, he caused it.
Let's hear this one.
So we're in Madison Square Garden. I get to the matches early, you know, and I get up to the dressing room level and I'm looking at the roster to see what match I'm in. I didn't like to know who I wrestle. You know, I don't want to think about nothing for 2 weeks. You know, if you got something you're not looking forward to, don't worry about it for 2 or 3 weeks. You know, spend like 30, 45 minutes that night. Oh, good. You know, then you, so don't worry about it because I'd see, oh man, I'm working with Abdullah the Butcher in 3 weeks. Well, yeah, then you're worried about that. You know, I never had to worry about Abby. I mean, I always went out there, had good matches with him. Oh, but he's a heavy guy. So anyway, I look at it and see where I'm at. Oh, wow, my first time I'm in Madison Square Garden. This is like, you know, I'm in the Battle Royal. Who else is in it? And then I see my brothers in the Battle Royal too. Wow, this is epic, dude. Me and my brother in the ring for the first time at the same time at the, you know, it's not the Laranger Coliseum. This is Madison Square Garden. Yeah. So then you go through and you see all the rest of the guys in there. So, but I'm just super stoked as me and my brother. Well, it was cold. It was hockey season. And during hockey season, they keep the ice on the floor. Right. You know, and they just cover the floor with particle board and set the ring up, but they got to keep it super cold in that building to keep that ice froze. My work clothes at the time were a pair of Speedos and boots. Right. You know, it's cold. So we're all in the ring. They ring the bell. Somebody snatched me in a headlock. And somebody came and open hand slapped me in the back. Oh my God! It's my shoulder. But I looked between my legs when that happened, and there were snakeskin boots walking by. Like, okay, yeah. So I waited a few minutes, and he got tied up in the corner. I'm thinking it was. I know it was either Piper or Rude that he was tied up in the corner with. And I went over there and I slapped him so hard in the back, I kid you not, it had to leave a handprint on his chest. I mean, I laid it in. So he turns around to me, he goes, hey, you know, a lot of these guys don't know we're brothers. And I was like, yeah, so? He goes, we could pull a swerve and win this thing.
Oh, no.
And I'm the young, oh, this is my big brother. Oh, yeah. He said, I said, okay, what we got to do first? He goes, we got to get rid of the giant. And Andre was over there beating up on like 4 or 5 guys and having fun doing it. So anyway, he said, we got to get rid of the giant. I said, okay. He said, you ready? And I said, yeah. And he goes, let's go. And Jake took 1 step, but he didn't take no more steps. And I didn't know that he didn't take no more steps. So I go over there and boy, I snatch Andre's leg and I'm hoisting, picking him, you know, trying to get him going on. And I ain't getting no help. And I'm like, well, I thought he was going to help me, you know? And I go and I turn around and I look, and my brother's sitting there like this. He's pointing at me and he's laughing his butt off. And about that time, this hand, the size of Saturn, you know, I was a big baseball glove. It was just comes and catches me, boom, right inside the head. I don't know, knocked me somewhere ringside. I mean, I come up, I thought it was second row. Somebody said, "Oh, I don't know the second row." Look, it was me. I come up by a lot of people's feet in the crowd. So, and I spit molars out. I spit 2 molars out. So I make it back to the dressing room and I'm icing my jaw down. And Terry Garvin comes by and he goes, "Dancing Sam," he goes, "the Giant wants to see you." I'm like, oh, God, okay. So I've known Andre since I was 10, you know. So Terry leaves. A few minutes later, he comes back and I'm still sitting there and he goes, "Dancing Sam," he goes, "the Giant wants to see you. Go to that man's dressing room. Do not make him come looking for you." I was like, okay. So I go down the hall and find Andre's dressing room and I knock on the door. And he goes, "Yes." And I peek in and he goes, "Come in." So I go in and he goes, "Sit." I sit down in the chair. And I'm trying to be as small as I can be because I don't want to be intimidating at all. You know, so I'm sitting there and he goes, "Let me tell you something." He goes, "I've known you since you were a little boy. I like you. I don't like your brother, though. He's an asshole. From now on, you travel with me."
Oh,
And I go
nice.
back in the dressing room like, heck with y'all, I'm going with the Giant, you know. And I traveled everywhere with him for about 7 months. Oh, gosh. Well, I thought I was going, "Oh man, this is gonna be great." No, it's not. You know, because even though he's bumping you up to sit in first class, he's ripping that thing out between the seats, and you're not getting no big recliner seat like what you think you're going to get because he's taking half of it up. Yeah, you're still sitting like So, and then you had to drink with him. My God, bring my friend Crown Royal and Coke. You know, and then Bobby Heenan come running out of the bar in Winnipeg. I was just checking in. Sam, you got to get in there. The Giant's stripping. What? You got to help me stop him. I don't know.